Hi, I'm Larsen. Several decades ago, I made my very first blood donation right here in my home state of New Jersey at my high school's blood drive. I wish I could tell you I gave blood that day for truly altruistic reasons, but truth be told, I wanted to show off and get out of class. During the actual donation, I remember being surprised by how simple the process was. It didn't take that long and it didn't hurt. And it also felt great to know that I was helping someone who needed a blood transfusion. What I didn't know back then was that one day I'd be one of the people relying on the kindness of volunteer blood donors to save my life. But that day came quite unexpectedly 10 years ago. At the time, I was a healthy, fit non-smoker who had completed 6 marathons. I was also in the 9th month of my first and only pregnancy. 3 weeks before my baby's due date, I developed complications and an emergency C-section was performed to save my daughter's life. Hours later, my own body shut down with liver and kidney failure, seizures, a brief coma, and uncontrollable bleeding that required constant blood transfusions for more than a month. All told, I received more than 200 pints of blood in the form of red blood cells, platelets, and plasma. That's more than 15 times my normal blood volume. And as all of my intensive care doctors will tell you, no matter how skilled they were, without all that blood, I simply wouldn't have survived, and my little girl would be growing up without a mother. That's why I'm asking you to help the Community Blood Council of New Jersey create more happy endings for people like me, people who suddenly have their lives turned inside out by a medical crisis and the need for blood. Unfortunately, none of us can schedule emergencies into our busy lives. They happen when they happen. And that's why having a strong local blood supply supported by regular blood drives and blood donors is so crucial. Because when an emergency arises, it's the blood on the shelves that saves lives. The Community Blood Council has been providing blood support throughout New Jersey and Bucks County, PA for over 40 years. They're a nonprofit blood center that depends on the help and generosity of people like you. So how can you help? 2 ways. First, your organization can host a blood drive. Because convenience is a key aspect of encouraging people to donate blood, we depend on local schools, churches, companies, civic groups, and other organizations to host blood drives at their locations. And second, you yourself can become a regular donor and give the gift of life every 8 weeks. It only takes about an hour of your time, start to finish. And remember, 1 blood donation can save up to 3 people's lives. It's not just new moms like me who need blood. It's children like Jalea Freeman, who was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia when she was just 2 weeks old and came within minutes of dying. It's dads like Detective Joshua Hahn, who was shot while patrolling our streets and keeping us safe. It's teens like Lindsay Tippett, who was diagnosed with cancer at age 12 and given just months to live. Thanks to blood donors, Lindsay is cancer-free and attending college, Joshua is a dad who gets to enjoy his kids, and Jalea is a healthy, happy baby. Let's face it, none of us is getting blood because we want a quick pick-me-up. We're getting it because it's a matter of life and death. So when you make the decision to become a blood donor or a blood drive sponsor, you are literally giving the gift of life. What could be more important than that? Nearly 5 million people each year need blood in this country. Here in New Jersey, we operate at a shortage year-round and must regularly import blood from other states just to meet local need. While 37% of all Americans are eligible to donate blood, here in New Jersey, less than 5% of those eligible actually take the time to do it. The Community Blood Council of New Jersey is a part of your community, and together we can save lives. You can schedule a donation appointment or sign up to host a blood drive online at www.givebloodnj.org or call the Community Blood Council of New Jersey at 609-883-9750.